morning, everybody. Today we are going to start a new topic, biomolecules. So give the title, biomolecules. In this case, you have to learn the 7 biomolecules. CPELHVN. Now see, first C stands for carbohydrates, P stands for proteins, E stands for enzymes, L stands for lipids, H hormones, V vitamins, N nucleic acids. See in detail, you have to learn these 7 biomolecules, shortly denoted as CPELHVN: carbohydrates, proteins, enzymes, lipids, hormones, vitamins and nucleic acids. So first I will explain the point carbohydrates. So give the title, carbohydrates. What we are going to learn in this topic, in carbohydrates, we are going to learn here the introduction about the carbohydrate, definition of carbohydrate, classification of carbohydrates. In detail, you have to learn glucose, fructose, monosaccharides, disaccharides, trisaccharides, as well as polysaccharides. So this is the points which are going to learn here. So see the first molecule, carbohydrates. Now first thing is the introduction. First point, these are also known as hydrates of carbon. This contains 3 elements: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These 3 elements are present in carbohydrates. In addition to this, some elements may contain the metals like iron, manganese, cobalt. Now see, these are also called as saccharides. Saccharide is a Latin term. Meaning of that Latin term is sugar. So these are the 3 fundamental questions only on the title carbohydrates. These are hydrates of carbon. 3 elements like carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are present. These are also called as saccharides. Saccharide is a Latin term meaning is a sugar. Then as hydrates of carbon, they are also represented as CxH2O time. This is the general formula. Now where X and Y are integers like 1, 2, 3, 4, dash, dash, dash. These are the integers, carbohydrates. Now to this some exceptions are there. See the exceptions of this one. First one, formaldehyde. The formula for formaldehyde is HC double bond H. So this can be also represented as C1H2O1. So X is equal to Y is equal to 1 here. So it is not a carbohydrate. It is aldehyde, methanol or formaldehyde. So this is the exception to the carbohydrate. Second example, acetic acid. See the formula for acetic acid, CH3COOH. It can be represented as C2, 2 carbon atoms, H2O 2 time In this case, x is equal to y is equal to 2. See, this obey the formula of carbohydrate CxH2O type, but it is not carbohydrate, it is acetic acid. Third example is lactic acid. The structure of lactic acid is COOH, CH3, CHOH. Now C, it contains how many carbon atoms? 3 carbon atoms. How many hydrogen atoms? See here, 1, 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6. I will write here H2 3 times, 6 hydrogens. How many oxygen atoms? 2 plus 1, 3, and 3 oxygen atoms. So this can be represented as in this way, C3H2O 3 times. Now in this case, x is equal to y is equal to 3. So remember that these are the 3 are exceptions to the carbohydrates. These are not carbohydrates. Next question. Carbohydrates are synthesized by plants by the method of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. And see the reaction of photosynthesis. CX 6 times CO2 plus H2O 6 times, you will get here in presence of solar energy or ultraviolet energy and chlorophyll. In presence of ultraviolet rays and chlorophyll. So you will get here C6H2O 6 times plus 6 times oxygen will be given here. So in this way carbohydrates are synthesized. Now next question. Carbohydrate provides 3 basic needs, that is food, shelter and cloth. FSC, food, shelter and cloth. Take the brief revision on the carbohydrates. Introduction. Carbohydrates are also known as hydrates of carbon because they contains H2O and carbon, therefore hydrates of carbon. 3 elements are present: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The Latin term is saccharide, meaning is sugar. General formula CxH2O type, where x and y are integer 1, 2, 3, 4. Exceptions: formic acid, formaldehyde, acetic acid and lactic acid. These are synthesized by plants by the method of photosynthesis. Carbohydrates provides the 3 basic needs of the human being, that is food, shelter and cloth. Now I will start here the definition of carbohydrates. So the introduction is completed. Second point is definition. Carbohydrates are defined as the optically active polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone. So simple definition. Carbohydrates are polyhydroxy aldehyde or ketone which are optically active. See the example of glucose and fructose. All these are polyhydroxyaldehyde and ketone. Glucose is a aldehyde, fructose is a ketone, and both are optically active. So these are the important points here. So these are optically active polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone. Now next point is the classification of aldehyde, that is carbohydrates. So see the classification. Carbohydrates are classified on the 3 basic bases. 1, solubility or hydrolysis products. Second is solubility, and third one is a reducing property. So these are the three bases. So I will explain the first point, classification of carbohydrates on the basis of hydrolysis of the product. Now see here, if you consider the term carbohydrates, they are on the basis of hydrolysis. You will do the reaction of hydrolysis here. So you will get here different points. The first is monosaccharides. The term saccharides is shortly written as SAC, saccharides. Second one is the disaccharide, or take here oligosaccharide, oligosaccharide. Third one is the polysaccharide. Oligosaccharides, polysaccharides, I will explain this term. This contains only one monosaccharide unit. These are no further hydrolysis. Further hydrolysis is not possible. When you will take here oligosaccharides, do the hydrolysis, you will get here 2 to 10 molecules of monosaccharides. These are again classified into three types: disaccharide, trisaccharide, and tetrasaccharide. Polysaccharides, on hydrolysis, you will get here large number. The large number is shortly denoted by N molecules of monosaccharides. Example here, starch, cellulose. These are the examples of this one. Now, monosaccharides are further classified into two units. One is aldose and second is ketose. Aldose contains aldehyde group, ketose contains ketonic group. The example of this one is a glucose. Example of this one is a fructose. Disaccharides, this on hydrolysis gives two molecules of monosaccharides. Example here, sucrose, maltose, lactose, and cellobiose. Trisaccharides, this will give three molecules of monosaccharides. The example is raffinose. This will give the four molecules of monosaccharides. Example is stachyose. So these are the important points according to the classification of carbohydrate. Take the brief revision of the classification of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are classified on the three bases: their behavior to the hydrolysis, second is solubility, physical property, and third is a reducing property, that is a chemical property. So on the basis of hydrolysis, they are classified as monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, and polysaccharide. Now take the monosaccharide. This contains only one monosaccharide units. No further hydrolysis are possible. These are further classified as aldose and ketose. This will contain aldehyde group. It will contain ketonic group. Example, glucose and fructose respectively. Oligosaccharide on hydrolysis gives 2 to 10 molecules of monosaccharides. You have to learn in detail disaccharide, trisaccharide, and tetrasaccharide. Disaccharide will give 2 molecules of monosaccharide. Example, sucrose, maltose, lactose, and cellobiose. Trisaccharide will give the 3 molecules of monosaccharide. Example, raffinose. Tetrasaccharide will give 4 molecules of monosaccharide. Example is stachyose. Similarly, polysaccharide. So step by step, you have to learn in detail structure of glucose. So give the title. So now second point is classification based on, that is solubility. So second point, classification based on solubility. So give the title, classification based on solubility. On the basis of solubility, these are classified into two groups. Carbohydrates, on the basis of solubility, they are classified into two groups. One is a sugar and second is a non-sugar. First, three important points are here. These are crystalline solids. These are water soluble. These are sweet in taste. Example: glucose, fructose, lactose. Number of examples are there. Non-sugars, again there are the three important points here. These are amorphous in nature. These are water insoluble. These are tasteless. Example: starch, cellulose. So, take the brief revision. Classification of carbohydrates on the basis of solubility. These are classified into two groups: sugar and non-sugar. Sugars, crystalline solids, water soluble, sweet in taste. Example: glucose, fructose, lactose. Non-sugars, these are amorphous in nature, water insoluble, tasteless, starch and cellulose. Now, classification based on reducing property. So, give the title: classification based on reducing property. See, on the basis of reducing property, they are again classified into two groups. One is the reducing sugars and second one is the non-reducing sugars. Now I will explain the term reducing sugars. In the topic aldehyde and ketone, you learn the three reagents: Tollens reagent, Fehling solution and Chips reagents. These reactions are shown by only aldehyde and not by ketone. Same principle you have to be used here. The reducing sugars will show the taste with the Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent or Fehling solution or Chips reagent. They will not give the reaction with the Tollens reagent. So this is the simple classification here. Now you have to be learn in detail carbohydrates. The best non-reducing sugar is sucrose. Non-reducing sugar is sucrose. Now we are going to learn here in detail glucose. So give the title: glucose. In this case, you have to learn the introduction of glucose, preparation of glucose by two methods. One is a laboratory method, second is an industrial method. Then we have to be learn reactions of glucose, open chain structure of glucose, cyclic, it is also known as ring structure of glucose. So step by step I will take here. The first point is the introduction. Molecular formula C6H12O6. This is the molecular formula for glucose. Structural formula, it is shortly denoted as CHOH 4 times CH2OH. In detail, it can be written as in this way. See, this is the first aldehyde group, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will give the simplest hint from carbon number 2 to 5. Only on the carbon number 3, OH group is on the left hand side, remaining are on the right hand side. So here hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. This is known as a D. I will explain the first D, meaning of the D. This D indicates last asymmetric carbon atom, OH group is on the right hand side. Plus indicates it will rotate the plane polarized light to the right hand side or clockwise direction. Therefore the name of this compound is a D plus glucose. So this is the structural formula, this is condensed formula, this is a molecular formula. Then next question. Glucose contain dash dash asymmetric carbon atoms. You know the meaning of the term asymmetric carbon atom? A carbon atom which is attached to the 4 different groups or atoms is known as asymmetric carbon atom. See, this is the first asymmetric carbon atom, second, third and fourth. See, hydrogen, OH, aldehyde, and this is the remaining group. Similarly, for 3, first, second, third and fourth, so it contains 4 asymmetric carbon atoms. Next example, number of isomers, optical isomers. These are denoted by I is equal to 2 raised to n is equal to 2 raised to 4 is equal to 16. Next question. Glucose is pentahydroxy aldehyde. I will explain. Penta indicates 5, hydroxy indicates OH. It contains the 5 OH groups and 1 aldehyde group. 1 aldehyde group. See, 1 aldehyde group 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now question on the pentahydroxyaldehyde. Out of this, how many are primary, secondary and tertiary? So see here, this is a primary, so it contains only 1. See secondary, 1, 2, 3, 4, it contains 4. There is no tertiary. These are present primary on carbon number 6. These are present from C2 to C5. See here, C2 secondary, C3 secondary, C4 secondary, C5 secondary. There is no tertiary OH group. Aldehyde group, that is the carbon number 1, C1. C1 is the aldehyde group. So these are the important question on the title, glucose. These are the introductory question. So see molecular formula C6H12O6, structural formula, this is condensed formula, structural formula. On the right hand side, OH group is on the left hand side on the carbon number 3, remaining are on the right hand side. It contains 4 asymmetric carbon atoms, therefore optical active isomers are 16. Glucose is a pentahydroxy aldehyde. Now we are going to start here the next point, preparation of glucose. Preparation of glucose. So give the title, preparation of glucose. You have to learn here the 2 methods. One is a laboratory method and second one is the industrial method. In laboratory, it is prepared from sucrose, Sucrose is also known as cane sugar. It is a disaccharide. Molecular formula of disaccharide is C12H22O11. In industries, it is prepared from starch. Starch is a polysaccharide. The molecular formula for polysaccharide is C6H10O5N-time. So here I will explain the reaction in the laboratory preparation. See the reaction here. C12H22O11. You will write here the water molecule. Therefore, name of reaction is a hydrolysis. It is heated with dilute HCl or H2SO4. You can also use here dilute H2SO4, acid hydrolysis. So you will get here C6H12O6. Again here C6H12O6. One is a glucose and second is a fructose. Both are monosaccharides. Glucose, then add ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH formula. Again add C2H5OH. It is insoluble in ethanol or ethyl alcohol. It is soluble in ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Therefore, they can be easily separated. So take the revision on the title, laboratory method. In laboratory, glucose is prepared from sucrose. Sucrose is also known as cane sugar. It is also known as a table sugar. It is a disaccharide. Molecular formula C12H22O11. So when you will add here the water molecule, 6 here, 6 here, 12 hydrogen atoms and 6 oxygen atoms. So one is a glucose, another is fructose. Then to the reaction mixture add ethyl alcohol. It is insoluble in ethyl alcohol. It is soluble in ethyl alcohol. You can easily separate these mixture by filtration. On filter paper, residue will be glucose. Below the filter paper, filtrate will contain the fructose. So this is the point here. Now I will explain the second method, that is the industrial method. Industrial method. So give the title, industrial method. Now in industry, glucose is manufactured from the starch. Starch is a polysaccharide. Molecular formula C6H10O5N-time. Now see the reaction here. N-time. Sorry, you will get here C6H10O5N-time plus N-time H2O. Therefore, the name of reaction is a hydrolysis. It is carried out in presence of dilute H2SO4 heated with dilute H2SO4, that is known as acidic hydrolysis at 2 to 3 atmospheric pressure and temperature is 393 Kelvin. So you will get here N-time C6H12O6 glucose. So see the explanation here. This is the formula for starch. Starch is heated with water in presence of dilute H2SO4. at 2 to 3 atmospheric pressure, 393 Kelvin, it will undergo hydrolysis. It will get glucose. This glucose may contain impurities. It may contain impurities, and question will be set on the basis of that impurities. Now the excess of the H2SO4, excess of H2SO4 is neutralized by adding dash dash. This is the important question. The excess of H2SO4 is neutralized by adding chalk. Chalk has formula CaCO3, calcium carbonate. Now see the reaction here. CaCO3 plus H2SO4. So you will get here CaSO4. This calcium will combine with this sulfate. You will get here calcium sulfate plus H2O plus CO2. CO2 gas will be evolved in this direction. Now see that impurities which are present, these are removed by adding animal charcoal, and that will be removed by the process of adsorption. That will be removed by adsorption. So these are the important questions here. Take the brief revision on the industrial method. In industries, starch is manufactured or prepared on the large scale by the process of hydrolysis of the starch. Starch is a polysaccharide. Molecular formula is C6H10O5 This is the reaction. When starch is hydrolyzed by using dilute H2SO4, you will get glucose. Here the excess of H2SO4 is removed by adding H2SO4 by adding the chalk. Chalk has the formula CaCO3. This reaction will be take place, that is called as neutralization reaction, and the impurities which are present are removed by adding the animal charcoal, and that will be removed by the process of adsorption. Now we are going to learn here the point open chain structure and closed or ring structure of the glucose. See, in the topic, in the point glucose, we completed the introduction about the glucose. Then preparation of glucose by the laboratory method as well as industrial method. Now we are going to learn here open chain structure of glucose. So give the title open chain structure of glucose. Open chain structure of glucose. Glucose is shortly denoted as capital G. Now see what you have to be proved here. This is your aldehyde group, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, CH2OH, OH, H, OH, OH, OH. Now you have to be explain in this case 6 important points. So first important point, glucose, which can be shortly written as C6H12O6. And see that 6 important points here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these 6 points you have to be explained step by step here. So first point you have to be prove here the molecular formula of the glucose, that is the C6H12O6. It can be prepared by qualitative and quantitative analysis as well as elemental analysis. The elemental analysis, qualitative and quantitative analysis indicates that the molecular formula of the glucose is C6H12O6. Second point, when it is heated with HI, it gives N-hexane. It indicates it contains 6 carbon atoms in a straight chain. So see the 6 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbon atoms are present in the straight chain. So here two types of the question will be set for the point number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I will not repeat again and again that type here. I will explain here only the first type. When glucose is heated with HI, it results in hexane, indicates dash dash. The answer is, as in N-hexane 6 carbon atoms are in a straight chain, this reaction indicates glucose contains 6 carbon atoms in a straight chain. This is the first type of the question. Second type of the question, how will you prove that glucose contains 6 carbon atoms in a straight chain? This is the reverse question of the first question. When glucose is heated with HI, it gives N-hexane. It indicates the 6 carbon atoms are present in a straight chain. Then question number 3. When glucose is treated with, I will make here the two parts, A and B, HCN and hydroxylamine, NH2OH. It gives cyanohydrine derivative. It gives oxime. These two reactions indicates what? These two reactions, it contains carbonyl group. This carbonyl group present in both aldehyde as well as ketone. So this reaction indicates that glucose contains C double bond O group, and that is aldehyde group. Aldehyde, that may be aldehydic or ketonic. Then point number 4, when glucose is treated or heated with bromine water, when glucose is heated with bromine water, it gives gluconic acid. Gluconic acid. This indicates the carbonyl group present must be aldehyde and not ketone. Second, when glucose is treated with dilute HNO3, it undergoes oxidation. It undergoes strong oxidizing agent. It gives saccharic acid. So this indicates it contains one primary OH group. One primary OH group. Last point. When glucose is treated with acetic anhydride, or acetyl chloride, it gives glucose pentaacetate. This reaction indicates it contains 5 OH groups. 5 OH groups. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 OH groups are present there. So in this way, these 6 points are very, very important. And when you will consider 6 points, you will have take the 6 carbon atoms in a straight chain, 5 OH groups on the 5 different carbon atoms. One aldehyde group is present, one primary. See, this is the primary OH group. This is secondary, this is secondary, this is secondary. 4 secondary OH group. This is aldehyde group. So in this way, we completed the open chain structure. Now I will take the revision on the open chain structure of the glucose. In open chain structure of glucose, you have to be learn the 6 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now see the first point. The molecular formula for C6 glucose is C6H12O6. It can be proved from the elemental analysis as well as qualitative and quantitative analysis. When glucose is heated with HI, it gives N-hexane, indicates the presence of 6 carbon atoms in a straight chain. Second question, when glucose is treated with acylating agent, there are the two acylating agent, acetyl chloride and acetic anhydride, gives glucose pentacetate. This indicates what? It indicates 5 OH groups are present in the glucose. Second question, how will you prove that glucose contain aldehyde groups? So this can be explained by using the point number 4 and 5. When glucose is treated with the bromine, when glucose is treated, that is a point number 3 and 4. When glucose is treated with HCN or hydroxylamine, it gives hydroxytyrene derivative or oxime derivative. This indicates it contains the carbonyl group. When glucose is oxidized with bromine water, it gives gluconic acid. This indicates it contains aldehyde group and not ketonic group. Second question, glucose, how will you prove that glucose contains one primary OH group? This can be proved when glucose is strongly oxidized. This is mild oxidation. Remember that. This is mild oxidation and this is a strong oxidation. During this CHO will be converted to the COOH and this will also converted to COOH. You will get the saccharic acid and this indicates it contains one primary OH group. Now I will explain the next point, cyclic or ring structure of glucose. So give the title, cyclic or ring structure of glucose. Cyclic or ring structure of glucose. First thing, glucose has molecular formula C6H12O6. It does not give, that is, these reactions will not be given. 3 reactions are here. It will not react with the 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. We learn this reaction. It does not show the addition reaction with NaHSO3, sodium bisulfite. It does not react with the CHIPS reagent. These 3 reactions indicates it does not contain free aldehyde group. These 3 reaction indicates no free aldehyde group. So remember that when glucose is treated with 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine, sodium bisulfite or CHIPS reagent, it does not give any reaction. Therefore, this do not contain the free aldehyde group. Therefore, there must be formation of the ring between C5OH group and aldehyde group. So there is formation of the ring between C5OH group. So we can write here the structure: C double bond O, H, carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, CH2OH, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will explain D on the carbon number 5 OH group on the right hand side, plus dextrorotatory, it will rotate the plane polarized light in the clockwise direction. G stand for glucose. So there must be formation of the ring between the carbon number 5 OH group. This will be act as a nucleophile. So you will shift this one here, pi bond will be broken. So there are the two possibilities. So I will explain that two possibilities here. Now see the first possibility, HCOH. This is your carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, CH2OH. There is a formation of the ring between these two. Carbon number 3, OH group on the left hand side. Now this structure is known as alpha D plus glucopyranose. I will explain this in detail. Now see here, when you will add this nucleophile, this hydrogen will be transferred to this one. There are these two possibilities. One time this is on the right hand side, therefore it is alpha. When is on the left hand side, OH, C, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, CH2OH. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. OH, H, OH, OH, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. This is known as beta D plus glucopyranose. I will explain this structure in detail. Now see here, this pyranose indicates 6-membered ring containing oxygen atom. See here, this is a 6-member ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-member ring containing oxygen atom. When OH group on the right hand side, it is called as alpha. When OH group is on the left hand side, it is called as beta. Alpha and beta are the anomers. Sometimes these are the position isomers. Second point, see these OH groups are very close to each other, therefore there is a polar as well as steric repulsion. Therefore this will be present only 37% and this will be present in 63%. Major product. OH groups are on the left hand side, opposite side. Left, right, see here, right. So due to this question, these are the very important points here. Now we are going to start here the next point, that is fructose. So give the title fructose. Fructose. The introduction about the fructose. This is the ketoic juice. It contains the ketonic group. Molecular formula C6 H12O6, same as glucose. Therefore, glucose and fructose are functional isomers. These are functional isomers. It is a pentahydroxyketone. Pentahydroxyketone. It contains 5 OH groups as well as ketonic group. Pentahydroxyketone. And see, The structural formula: CH2OH, C double bond O, CHOH, 3 times CH2OH. In detail, this can be written as CH2OH, C double bond O, 3, 4, 5, 6 CH2OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On 3 OH groups is on the left hand side, remaining one are on the right hand side. So this is a D minus fructose. It will rotate the plane polarized light in the left hand side. So this is the point here. This D indicates OH groups is on the right hand side. This is the D. It will rotate the plane polarized light. Now, cyclic or ring structure of glucose, C here C5, it will donated here. Therefore, you will get here alpha and beta structures, and that are the most important points here. That is the glucose. Now, see that two structures here. One is alpha structure, another one is beta structure. So, take the brief revision on fructose. Fructose is a ketohexose. This term keto indicates it contains ketonic group. Hexo indicates 6 carbon atoms. Therefore, C6H12O6. This molecular formula is same as glucose. Therefore, we can say that glucose and fructose are functional isomers. In glucose, functional group is aldehyde. In fructose, functional group is ketone. It is a pentahydroxy. Penta indicates 5, hydroxy indicates OH. Count here the 5 OH groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 OH groups. The structural formula you can represent in this way. Now, see, it forms a cyclic or ring structures by the two ways. So, I will explain that two ways here. One is alpha structure and beta structure. Now, see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 CH2OH. CH2OH, this is your carbon number 1. Here is the OH group, so this is the carbon number 1. Now this is carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Hydrogen, OH, OH, H. And this is known as alpha D fructofuranones. Fructofuranones. The furan indicates 5-member ring containing oxygen atom. Now we can also learn here the same thing at the carbon number 2, CH2OH. This is carbon number 1. OH group is here. You can write the oxygen atom here. This is carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 CH2OH. CH2OH. Hydrogen is here, OH, H, hydrogen, OH. And this is known as beta D minus fructofuranones. Minus beta D fructofuranones. Now these are the important two structures of the fructose. Now in the next lecture we will start the point disaccharides. So due the title disaccharides. Disaccharides indicates two. That is, these on hydrolysis gives 2 molecules of monosaccharides. You have to be learn here SMLC. Sucrose, maltose, lactose and cell biose. Disaccharide has molecular formula C12H22O11. So this is the molecular formula for disaccharide. So in the next lectures we will start in detail sucrose, maltose, lactose and cell biose. Okay, thank you.